Staying in the Bundesliga on the final day of the season or in the relegation playoff is often unadulterated drama. Pressure in football is rarely higher, and the relief is just as great. The Bundesliga has seen some dramatic last gasps to ensure safety in the top flight. Important goals are sometimes not beautiful, but hey, the fans of the clubs concerned probably don't care. With that in mind, we bring you the top 10 goals that have saved clubs from taking the drop. The oddest goal that we're likely to show in the top 10 is this one, that allowed Hoffenheim the chance to play in the relegation playoff. It came about when Borussia Dortmund's Roman Weidenfeller saw red for upending Hoffenheim's Sven Schiplock inside the final 10 minutes of the season in 2013. So Dortmund were down to 10 men, and due to the fact that Borussia had used all of their subs, it meant that Kevin Grosskreutz had to go in goal for the penalty. Sead Salihovic then scored his second of the day, and the 2-1 victory meant that Hoffenheim had a shot at the playoff, and Fortuna Düsseldorf took the drop. Imagine having to take a penalty in the relegation playoff. Well, that's what happened to FC Homburg's Roman Wojcinski, and it happened with 86 minutes on the clock against St. Pauli in their return match. His success from the spot made the aggregate score 4-2. St. Pauli did get one back before the final whistle, but Wojcinski's penalty had made absolutely sure that Homburg stayed in the top flight. In 1990, the battle for a place in the Bundesliga came down to a goal from Bochum's Uwe Leifeld. Bochum led 1-0 against Saarbrücken after the first game in the relegation playoff, but having been pegged back, Leifeld's equaliser secured his place in Bochum folklore inside the final quarter of an hour. Heroes can be made when beating the drop. One of Marco Reus's most important goals once saved Borussia Mönchengladbach in the relegation playoff.
Camargo to Reus, Camargo to Reus! It's in the net! Gladbach have equalised! They take the lead on aggregate. The first time we've seen slick play from Gladbach. And what it means is not only that Gladbach now lead on aggregate by 2-1, but Gladbach have that precious away goal. Bochum must score twice. And Gladbach have retained their Bundesliga status. What a comeback, the great escape. They were dead, they were buried, they were doomed only a few weeks ago, bottom of the league, but somehow they have clawed their way back to safety.
1999 had an incredible final day relegation battle. Check out the video we've done about it. One of the biggest stories of that day was the heroics of Hansa Rostock's Slavomir Mayak. A draw for Hansa would have meant relegation. Good then that Mayak, who had been on the pitch less than 10 minutes, popped up to hit the winning goal. Bundesliga rescuing goal. Cue unbridled joy for him and the Rostock faithful. It came down to the wire for Karlsruhe in 1988 against Eintracht Frankfurt. Arno Glacius got the deciding goal, which was a good one, and it came on 88 minutes and levelled the game up at 1-1. The draw was enough to keep Karlsruhe up due to the point that they had earned, and regional rivals Mannheim had to fight it out in the playoff. Just look what it meant to Karlsruhe. Believe it or not, Wolfsburg weren't always near the top of the table, and on match day 34 in 2006, they saved themselves from the drop in dramatic fashion. They faced fellow relegation-threatened side Kaiserslautern on that day. Diego Klimovic's goal put Wolfsburg 2-1 ahead on 69 minutes, but in the end it was very necessary because Kaiserslautern equalised shortly before the end, but the 2-2 draw and the resulting point was enough, just enough to see Kaiserslautern relegated and Wolfsburg safe. Hamburg are the only team at the time of making this video to have played every Bundesliga season. In 2014, their top flight status came down to the relegation playoff.
Brilliant, it's in! Hamburg have taken the lead and it's Lasogga! So much rest on the shoulders of that young man, he's only on loan. A perfectly timed leap from Lasogga, and Hamburg lead by 1-0 with just under 15 minutes played.
Reuter did equalise through Stefan Fürstner, but due to the away goals rule, it was still enough for Hamburg.
What drama we have had since Stefan Fürstner equalised for Fürth on 59 minutes, and it's all over. Hamburg are safe.
That was a real let-off for the Bundesliga dinosaur. Relegation battles can see friends on different sides, like for Rudi Völler and Andreas Bremer in 1996. Völler could only console his national teammate after what was a dramatic and heartbreaking moment for Bremer. The margins were extremely fine for both Bayer Leverkusen and Kaiserslautern as to which may take the drop on matchday 34. It came down to Leverkusen's Markus Munch and a goal that made it 1-1 on 82 minutes. That goal meant that Kaiserslautern finished the season 2 points behind Leverkusen and St. Pauli in 14th and 15th respectively. Heartbreak for Lautern and salvation for Leverkusen. Perhaps the most dramatic goal of the lot was Jan Arge Fjørtof's that rescued Eintracht Frankfurt in 1999. The constellation was this: with 89 minutes on the clock, a goal for Frankfurt against Kaiserslautern would mean that Eintracht would be level on points and level on goal difference with Nürnberg. But they saved themselves on the fact that they had scored more goals, and it was part of a 5-1 victory on the day. Fjørtof got what has to be the most extraordinary deciding goal to save a club in the Bundesliga's long history. Margins don't get any finer than that. Simply extraordinary.